Hi guys, my name's Marty from letsbuildwp.com and I created this WordPress tutorial for beginners to show you how to build a basic WordPress website in 2024. You don't need to have any previous experience, and the whole process will take less than 60 minutes. This includes setting up web hosting and registering a domain name, installing WordPress, changing themes, adding content, and everything else you'll need to know to get your website up and running online. But rather than just talking about it, let's take a look at the actual website we're going to be building. Now, your website doesn't have to look exactly like this. You'll be able to change the colors and the fonts and basically make it look any way you like. So up at the top we have our logo and our site title. Then over on the right we have a menu with our different pages, and we can add as many pages as we like, with text, headings, images, and clickable links. Then we'll also be adding a contact form so our visitors can send us a message if they need to, and we'll get the message sent to us as an email. Then this website's also going to be 100% mobile friendly, which means it's going to look awesome on any device. So if you're ready to get started, this is how to build a basic WordPress website in 2024. Okay, so in order for us to build our website, we need three things. The first is a content management system, or CMS, and for this tutorial, we're going to be using WordPress. WordPress actually powers over 40% of all websites online. It's the same platform used by companies like Forbes, TechCrunch, and Sony for their websites, and it's 100% free for us to use. Then the next thing we need to build our website is a domain name, and this is what people are going to type into their internet browser to visit our website. Then the last thing we need is web hosting, which is basically where the different files that make up our website will be stored online so people can access it. Now, there are tons of different places online to get domain names and web hosting, but for this video, we're going to be using Bluehost.com. Bluehost are a well-known hosting company with affordable pricing and great support. They also offer a free domain name with all of their hosting packages, and they're even recommended by WordPress.org themselves as their top choice for hosting. So to get started, we're going to open up our internet browser and go to Bluehost.com. Or if you want to support me and my channel, you can use my affiliate link in the video description. I will earn a small commission if you do this, and you'll also get a discount. Plus, I really do appreciate the support. Then once we get here, we're going to hover over web hosting at the top and click web hosting. Then if we scroll down, this is going to show us the different hosting plans that Bluehost offer. I recommend going for the basic plan here on the left, which allows us to create one single website and comes with a free domain name for a year. Or if you're wanting to build multiple websites on the same hosting plan, you could always go for the Choice Plus plan, which allows up to 3. Then once we've decided on the plan we want, we just need to click Select. And here we can register the domain name for our website. And for my example, I'm going to type in Marty's website. Then here on the right we can choose our domain extension, and I'm going to choose .com. So the domain name I'm registering here is martyswebsite.com. Then we just need to click Next, and hopefully we get a message at the top of the screen telling us the domain is available. Then as long as it is, we can scroll down, and here we can enter our account information, so things like our name and address. Then under this, if we scroll down, we'll see here that it's only going to cost me $35.40 for 12 months of hosting, and we also get our domain name for free. This means it's only going to cost me around $2.95 per month to run my website, which is awesome. Then below this it says Package Extras, and these are just some added extras that Bluehost offer. I don't want any of these, so I'm just going to uncheck the boxes. But you can have a read through them yourself and check the box beside any you want. Then under this we can enter our payment details, or we can choose PayPal. Then finally, down at the bottom, we just need to click Submit. At this point we'll either see a payment processing screen, or we'll be redirected to PayPal to log in and pay for our order. Then after paying for our order, we're going to get a message saying congratulations, you successfully created your account. Now we're going to click Create Password. Enter the password we want to use for logging into our Bluehost account, type it again to confirm it, and click Create Password. Then we need to type in the new password we just created, and click Next to log in. Then once we're logged into our Bluehost account, it's going to automatically bring us through the WordPress installation process. But if we've already done this before, we just need to click into WordPress hosting on the left, then click Add Site over to the right. Make sure Install WordPress is selected here, and click Continue on the right. And this will bring us back to the WordPress setup screen. Now we can enter our site title, and don't worry too much about this for now, as we can always change it again later. Then click Continue on the right. Now we need to enter the domain name we're wanting to use for our WordPress website, and this is going to be the one that we just registered. So for me, I'm going to put martyswebsite.com. Then if we click Continue, Bluehost is going to start installing WordPress for us right away. This will usually only take about 30 seconds or so to complete, but sometimes it can take a little longer. Then once WordPress has been installed, we just need to click these three dots to the right and click Login. At this point we might get a message telling us that this site is using a temporary URL until our domain is pointed at Bluehost. If this is a new domain name, it might take a few hours to finish setting up. But once our domain name's ready, it'll replace the temporary one right away without us needing to do anything. Now we just need to click Log into WordPress, and this will open up our WordPress website in a new tab. When we first install WordPress on Bluehost, we'll be prompted to use their WordPress onboarding process. But personally, I feel like it's better to start with a fresh WordPress installation and making any changes ourselves. So to skip over the onboarding process and head straight to our site, we're going to click Exit to WordPress in the top left, then click Exit in the middle, and this will bring us into the WordPress Dashboard, which is where we can start adding content and customizing our WordPress website. Then to visit our website, we just need to click our site title in the top left, and this will show us what WordPress looks like when we first install it. And don't worry if yours looks a little different than mine, as sometimes they change up the default theme. Either way, it's just going to have some demo content on it for now, like this demo blog post called Hello World, and a sample page in our menu. But it's ready for us to start customizing and adding content to. Then to get back to the dashboard, we just need to click our site title again in the top left. Then the first thing we're going to do in here is remove a couple of demo plugins. Plugins are used to add extra functionality to our website that WordPress doesn't come with by default. Now we're going to be installing a plugin later on in this video to create our contact form, but for now we're just going to remove the ones that came pre-installed. To do this, we need to click into Plugins on the left, and this will show us any plugins we have installed. Then, before we can delete these plugins, we need to deactivate them first. To do this, we're going to check the box in the top left to select them all, then change this drop-down menu to deactivate and click Apply. And this will deactivate all the plugins at once. Now, you might notice that when we deactivate them, a lot of the different options and notifications disappear from our menu on the left. This is the main reason I wanted to do this first, because sometimes the extra options created by these plugins can make things a little more confusing when just getting started. Then once they're deactivated, we can delete them in basically the same way. So we're just going to check this box in the top left to select them all again, change the drop-down menu to Delete, and click Apply. Then just click OK to confirm it, and WordPress is going to delete the plugins. Then once these plugins have been deleted, we can move on to the next step, which is installing a theme. And this is going to change the entire look of our WordPress website. Now, there are literally thousands of free themes available for WordPress, but we're going to be using one of my favorites, which is a theme called GeneratePress. GeneratePress is a perfect theme for beginners, it's easy to use, and works well for almost any type of website. And it even has a perfect 5-star review score on WordPress with more than 1,300 reviews. You can always change the theme again later if you want to, but personally I think GeneratePress is great. Then to install a theme on WordPress, we just need to hover over where it says Appearance on the left and click Themes. And this will show us any themes we have installed. As we can see, the theme that's currently active on my site at the moment is called 2023, as it's the one that says active beside its name. Then to install a new theme, we just need to click Add New at the top, and this will show us all of the different free themes that we can use. We can browse through these different themes until we find one we like, or we can search for a specific theme using the search bar in the top right. So we just need to type the word GeneratePress into this search bar. Then when it shows up, we're going to hover over the theme and click Install. This will only take a few seconds, and then we can click Activate. Once it's active on our site, if we click our site title in the top left to visit our site, we'll see that our website now looks totally different. So we still have the demo post and the demo page, but the style of our website has completely changed. And now that we have it installed, the next thing we're going to do is customize our WordPress theme. But just quickly before that, if you're enjoying the video so far, please be sure to give it a like to show your support. It'll only take you 2 seconds to do this, but I would really appreciate it. Then, after installing our theme and visiting our website, we're going to click here at the top where it says Customize. And this will open up our theme options on the left. And then we have a live preview of our website on the right. Now, I should point out here that these options are sometimes very theme specific, which means that if we do decide to change our theme at some point, these options might be a little different. But everything else we'll be covering, like creating pages and adding content, will be done in the same way on most themes. Then from here we're going to click into the first option on the left, which is Site Identity. And here we can change our site title at the top if we like. And we'll see it updates in real time on the right. Then under this on the left, we have our tagline, and this is hidden by default. But if we uncheck the box beside Hide Site Tagline, we'll see it now appears underneath our site title. This is going to say My WordPress Blog, but to change this, we just need to change the text in this box on the left. Now, this is already looking pretty good, but if we have a logo image we'd like to use, we just need to click Select Logo on the left, then click Select Files in the middle, find the image on our computer, click on it, and click Open. Then once the image has been uploaded, we need to click Select in the bottom right. Then here we have an option to crop our image if we need to, or we can click Skip Cropping. And when we do this, we'll see our logo now appears at the top. Then if we need to change the size of our logo, we can change the width on the left. And I'm going to change mine to 60 pixels. And when I do this, we'll see that it updates on the right. Now this is looking good in my example with the type of logo I'm using, but if we're using a logo with text in it, we can hide the site title and tagline by checking these two boxes on the left. And we'll see that it's now just showing the logo. But I'm just going to bring these back for mine. Then the last option at the bottom is to add a site icon, and this is referring to the little icon that appears beside our website title at the top of our internet browser. These icons are to help users tell what websites they have open, and they usually consist of a website's logo or something related to their branding. To upload our site icon, we just need to click Select Site Icon, then click Upload Files in the top left, and here at the bottom we'll see it says the recommended size for this image is 512 by 512 pixels. Now it really doesn't have to be exactly this size, as long as it's a square image it should look fine. Then once we have our site icon saved to our computer, we're going to click Select Files in the middle, find the image, click on it, and click Open. Then once the image has been uploaded, we need to click Select in the bottom right. When we do this, we'll see our site icon is updated at the top, and it's now showing the new image. Then once we're finished with these options on the left, we can click Publish at the top to save our changes, and then click the back pointing arrow in the top left to get back to the main list of options. Now on the left we're going to click into Colors, and this is where we can change any of our website's colors. To get started we're going to click the down pointing arrow beside Body, and here we can change the background color. And for this example I'm going to make mine solid white. Then under this we can change our main text color, and we'll see it updates on the right. But if we ever change one of our colors and then want to change it back, we just need to click here where it says Default, and it'll go back to the original color. Then under this we have Link, which is any clickable links on our site. This option has two colors. The first one is the main link color, and then the second one is the hover color. So if we look here on the right, we'll see the links are blue, and if we hover over them, they turn black. Then over on the left, I'm going to change the first color to purple. Then I'm just going to leave the second color the way it is, so if I hover over my links on the right, they still turn black. Then once we're done with these colors, we can click the up pointing arrow to close them again, and open up the next set of colors underneath. And we can change these in the same way. I'll link to a post in the description that explains what each of these colors represent on our website, but to save time in the video, I'm just going to do this. Then once we're happy with our colors, we can click Publish at the top to save our changes, and then click the back pointing arrow to the left to get back to the main list of options. Now we're going to click into Typography on the left, and this is where we can change our website's fonts. This is totally optional and the default fonts look great, but if we want to change them, we just need to click Add Font at the top, and then we can choose our new font. So first we have a few system fonts which are built into the theme, and then under this we have a bunch of different Google fonts. If we want to see what these fonts look like, we can search for them over at fonts.google.com. Or if we already know a font we like, we can search for it using the search bar at the top. I'm going to type Open Sans in here for my example, and then click on the font to select it. Then if we click Close down at the bottom, we'll see the font name is now showing here at the top, and this means the font has been added to our theme. Then we can leave this option set to Auto, and click Add Typography at the bottom. And now we're going to choose where we want to use the new font. So we have Body, which is the main text on our website. Then we have Site Title and Site Description, which is our tagline. Then if we scroll down, we also have menus, buttons, headings, and anything else we might want to change. I'll link to a post in the description that'll tell you what each of these mean, but I'm going to choose Body in my example, which, as I said, is the main text on our website. Then under Font Family, we're going to choose the new font we just added. And when we do this, we'll see the font updates to the new one on the right. Then we also have some other options on the left, like weight and style. I'm just going to leave these as they are for mine, but I do want to make my text a little bigger. So beside font size, I'm going to change it from 17 to 18, and we'll see the text gets larger on the right. Then under this we have a few more spacing options if we want to change them, but I'm just going to leave these as they are. Then once we're finished with these options, we can click Close at the bottom, and repeat the same process for any other fonts we want to change. I want to change the heading font for mine as well, so I'll quickly run through it again. First we need to click Add Font at the top, and choose the font we want to use. I'm going to search for a font called Inter for mine. Then we need to click on the font to select it, and click Close at the bottom. And at this point we'll see it's been added to our theme at the top. Now we need to click Add Typography at the bottom, and choose where we want to assign the new font. And as I'm changing my site headings, I'm going to set this to all headings. Then under Font Family, we're going to choose the new font we just added, and we'll see it updates on the right. Then as I'm using this for my headings, I want to change the font weight. I'm going to set this to 800, which will make it a thicker font. And once again, we'll see this updates on the right. Then once we're happy with the different sizing and spacing options, we just need to scroll down to the bottom and click Close. Now, I think this is looking pretty good in my example, but you can experiment with different fonts, styles, and combinations until you get it the way you like. Then once we're happy with our website's fonts, we're going to click Publish at the top to save our changes, and then click the back pointing arrow to go back to the main list of options. And now that we've updated our colors and changed our fonts, we can start creating any of the pages we want on our website. To do this, we're going to click into Menus on the left, and click where it says Create New Menu. Then we need to give our menu a name at the top, and I'm just going to call mine Main Menu. Then under this we want to make sure the box beside Primary Menu is checked, and then click Next. And now we can start creating our pages. To do this, we just need to click Add Items. Then we can type the page name into this box. And the first page I'm going to add is a page called About Us. Then we need to click Add to create the page. And when we do, it's going to be added to this list on the left, which represents our menu. Then we just need to do the same thing for any other pages we want to add to our website. So for me, I'm going to add another one called Home, another one called Contact Us, and one called Services. Now we can add as many pages as we like, but I'm just going to add these 4 in my example. And we can always come back here anytime we want to add another page to our menu. Now, to make sure you can follow along with everything in this tutorial, I would recommend adding a page called Home, and we'll be using this to replace the blog that's currently on our home page at the moment. Then we'll also be adding a contact form, so maybe add a contact page too. But you can always add the form to a different page if you prefer. Then once we've added any pages we want, we can click here where it says Reorder. And at this point we'll see our menu now appears on the right. Now we can use these up and down arrows on the left to change the order of our pages. And for reference, anything we put to the top of this list will be on the left side of our menu, and anything we put to the bottom will be on the right. So I'm going to put my home page to the top as I want it at the start of my menu. Then I'm going to move my contact page to the bottom so it's at the end. Then once we're happy with the order of our pages in our menu, we can click Done. And at this point we can click into the pages we just created in our menu on the right. Now they are blank at the moment, but we will be adding content to them soon. Then once we're finished with our menu, we're going to click Publish at the top to save our changes. Then click the back pointing arrow to go back. And then click it once more to get back to the main list of options. And now we're going to assign our website's home page. So by default, WordPress is set up to be a blog with posts on the home page. If we click our logo or site title, it'll bring us to our home page, which currently has the Hello World blog post. But as we're building a website, we're going to replace this with the new home page that we just created. To do this, we need to click into Home Page Settings on the left, down at the bottom. Then we're going to change this to a static page. And then under Home Page, we're going to choose our page called Home. When we do this, we'll see it updates on the right. And now we can click Publish at the top to save our changes. Then instead of clicking the back pointing arrow to go back, we're going to click the X in the top left to close out of the theme options. And at this point we'll see that all of the changes we made are now live on our website. So we have our logo at the top, if we added one, and our site title and tagline. Then we've changed our website's colours and fonts, and our homepage has been updated to the new one. Then we also have our menu in the top right with our different pages. And we're going to start adding content to these pages in a second. But just quickly before that, be sure to click the subscribe button if you're enjoying this video so you can stay up to date with any new WordPress tutorials in future. Plus, I'd really appreciate it too. Then to add content to our website's pages, we just need to click into the one we're wanting to edit in our menu. And for me, this is going to be my About page. Then we need to click Edit Page at the top, and this will open up the WordPress page editor. We can change the title if we need to here at the top, but I'm going to leave mine as it is. Then we can just start typing any text we want on our page underneath. But to save time in the video, I'm just going to delete this again and paste in some demo text I already have copied. Then if we have any text we want to turn into a heading, we just need to click on it. Then click this symbol in the menu that looks like a backwards P and change it to heading. And we'll see the text gets bigger in the editor. Then if we want to change the heading size, we just need to click on it again to select it. Then click where it says H2 in the menu and change it to a different size. And we'll see that it updates in the editor. And I'm going to do this again for my other heading. So we just need to click on the text we're wanting to change. Then click the backwards P in the menu above it and change it to heading. Then I'm going to click H2 in the menu and change this one to be H3 as well, so they're both the same size. Then once we've added our headings, if we want to add a bullet list, we can highlight the lines of text we want to include in the list, then click the backwards P and choose List. And we'll see it updates in the editor. Or if we want it to be a numbered list, we can click anywhere in the list, then click this symbol to the left of the menu to select the full list, and then we can change it to numbers here. But I'm just going to quickly change mine back to bullets. Then once we've added any text we want on our page, we can add some images. To do this, we just need to take a new line where we're wanting our image to appear, then click the plus symbol to the right, type image into this search bar, and then click on the image block to add it to our page. Now, over on the left, we need to click Upload, find the image on our computer, click on it, and click Open. And we'll see the image now appears in the editor. Then once we've added it, if we look over to the right, we'll see we have a few different sizing options for our image. Or we can just click here to the right of our image and drag it to change the size. And I'm going to change mine to be smaller as it's a bit too big. And I think this looks a lot better. Then once we're happy with our image, we can add another one if we like, but to save some time, I'm just going to add one. And now we can add some clickable links. So for example, here where it says visit our contact page at the bottom, if we wanted to link this to our contact page, we just need to highlight the text, then click this chain link icon in the menu above it, and that's going to open up this pop-up. If we're wanting to link to another website, we can just paste the URL into this box and then hit enter on our keyboard to add the link. Or if we're linking to another page on our own website, like I am, we just need to type the page name into this box. So I'm going to type Contact Us in here. Then when it shows up in this list, we can click on the page to add the link. At this point, we'll see it changes color in the editor, which means it's been linked successfully. Then if at any point we want to preview our page, we just need to scroll up to the top. Then over on the right, we're going to click this icon and then click Preview in New Tab. And this will open up a preview of our page. So we have our text and any images we added, then our bullet list and our different headings. And now we can just double check our links working. So I'm going to click the link at the bottom, and we'll see that it brings me to my contact page. Then we can just use the back button in our browser to go back. Then once we're done, we can close out of the preview and make any changes we want to our content. But mine was looking pretty good in the preview, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Then once we're happy with our page, we can publish our changes. To do this, we just need to click where it says Update in the top right. Then if we click View Page in the bottom left, we'll see that everything we added to our page is now live on our site, and everything's looking awesome. Now we just need to repeat the same process for any other pages. So we can click into the next page in our menu, then click Edit Page at the top to open it up in the editor, then add our content in the same way as we did with the first one. But to save some time in the video, I'm just going to do this. So now I have my home page, my About page, a Services page, and a contact page. And I've left space at the bottom of this one as we're going to be adding a contact form. And this way our visitors will be able to get in contact with us if they need to. Now, as WordPress doesn't have the ability to create a contact form built into it, we're going to install a free plugin to create it. But just quickly before that, we need to update the email address that's linked with our WordPress website. So to do this, we just need to click our site title in the top left to get back to the dashboard. Then click into Users on the left, hover over the admin username, and click Edit. Now we're going to scroll down to the section called Contact Info and change the email address in this box to the one we want to use. Then we just need to scroll down to the bottom and click Update. At this point, we'll see it says we need to confirm the email change before it will update. So we just need to open up our email inbox, click into the confirmation email, and click the confirmation link. This will open up our website in a new tab, and we'll see it says our profile's been updated at the top, which means our email address has been changed. Now we can close out of this new tab and our email inbox. Then I'm just going to refresh this page to get rid of the message at the top. Then once we're finished updating our email address, we can create the form. And as I said earlier, we're going to be installing a plugin to create it. To do this, we're going to click into Plugins on the left and click Add New at the top. Now we're going to click into the search bar in the top right and type WPForms. Then once it shows up, this is the one we're looking for here, Contact Form by WPForms. Then to install the plugin, we just need to click Install Now. Give it a few seconds to install, and then click Activate. Then once it's active, we're going to click into where it now says WPForms in our left dashboard menu, and then click Add New at the top to create a new form. Now we need to give our form a name at the top, and I'm going to call mine Contact Form, but you can call yours whatever you like. Then one of the awesome things about the WPForms plugin is that it comes with a contact form already created for us. So if we hover over Simple Contact Form and click Use Template, this will bring us into the form builder. And here we can see that this form will ask for the user's name, email address, and their message. And this is going to work for most websites. Then if we want to change it so it only asks for the user's first name instead of first and last, we can click on the name field here on the right. Then on the left we need to change the format to simple. And we'll see it updates on the right. Then if we want to change it to say first name on the form instead of name, we just need to change the label text on the left. And we'll see it changes on the right. Then we can do the same thing for the email field. So I'm just going to click on the email field on the right. Then over on the left, I'm going to change the label to say email address instead of just email. And once again, we'll see it updates on the right. Then I'm just going to leave the comment field as it is, but you can change it in the same way if you want to. Now if we click on the Submit button at the bottom, we can change the button text in this box if we like. And I'm going to change mine to say Send Message. Then once we're done here, if we click into Confirmations on the left and look under Confirmation Message, this is some text that's going to show after someone submits a message using the form. And I'm going to type, "Thank you for your message. We'll get back to you as soon as possible." Then once we're finished here, we can click into Fields on the far left to get back to the form builder. And at this point we'll see the button text we changed a moment ago has been updated. Then once we're happy with our form, we need to click Save in the top right to save our changes, and then click the X to the right to close out of the form builder. And now that we've created our form, we can add it to one of our pages. To do this, we just need to click our site title in the top left to visit our site. Then click into the page we want to add it to in our menu, which for me is the one called Contact Us. Then click Edit Page at the top to open it up in the editor. Now we're going to take a new line where we want to add our form, and I'm going to add mine at the bottom. Then we need to click the plus symbol to the right, type WPForms into the search bar, and then click on the WPForms block to add it to our page. Then we're going to choose the form we just created here, and we'll see it now appears in the editor. Now we're going to click Update in the top right to save our changes. Then if we click View Page in the bottom left, we'll see the form has now been added to our page, and it's looking great. Now the form isn't going to work at the moment, as we're still using the temporary domain name. But once our domain has been updated, we'll be able to use the form, and the message will be sent to us as an email. Now that we've added our contact form, I just want to quickly cover how to hide our home page title. So if we visit our home page by clicking Home in our menu, we can see here that it says Home at the top. And while we are going to want a title at the top of most pages, it seems a little out of place on the home page, so we're going to hide it. Not all themes do, but the GeneratePress theme has this option built into it. So to hide a page title, we just need to click Edit Page at the top to open it up in the editor. Then if we look over to the right and click into Layout, we just need to check this box beside Content Title under where it says Disable Elements. Now we can click Update in the top right to save our changes, and then click View Page in the bottom left. And at this point we'll see the title is now gone at the top, and we can do this for any of our other pages if we like, but I just wanted to do it for the home page for mine. Then if I wanted to make mine look a little better, I could change this first sentence to be a larger heading in the editor, but I'm just going to leave it to save time. And our website's really coming together nicely now, but we still have one more thing to do, which is change our website's sidebar. The sidebar is this part of our website on the right, and it appears the same way on all of our pages. At the moment it's mainly stuff related to a blog, so we have a search bar, a list of recent blog posts, and then recent comments. But we can change our sidebar to show whatever content we like. To do this, we just need to click Customize in the top left to open up our theme options. Then we're going to click into Widgets on the left. Then click into Right Sidebar at the top. And here we'll see each of the different blocks that make up our sidebar. So first we have the search bar at the top, the list of recent posts, and then the comments at the bottom. For my example, I want to remove all three of these, but if you want to keep any of them, you can. So to remove the search bar at the top, we're just going to click on it, then click the three dots to the right of this menu, and click Delete at the bottom. And when we do this, we'll see that it disappears from our sidebar in the preview on the right. Then the next one we have on the left is Recent Posts, and this is made up of two different parts, the title and the list of posts, and these have been grouped together. So to remove this group, we just need to click on the title, then click this icon to the left of the menu to select the full group. Then we're going to click the three dots to the right and click delete at the bottom. And once again we'll see this disappears from our sidebar on the right. Then the last one we have is recent comments, and this is also a group. So we have the title and then the list of recent comments. So to delete this, we're going to click on the title, then click this icon to the left of the menu to select the group. Then we're going to click the three dots to the right and click delete at the bottom. And at this point we'll see our sidebar is now completely empty on the right. Now we could leave it like this if we wanted, but I'm going to add some content in here for mine. And to do this, we're going to click this plus symbol on the left to add a new block. And this is basically done in the same way as adding content to our pages. So first I'm going to click on heading to add a text heading. Then we can just type our text in here. And we'll see it appears on the right. Then, just like with our pages, if we click on the heading, and then click where it says H2, we can choose a different heading size here. And I'm going to choose H3 for mine. And I think this looks a bit better on the right. And now that I've added my heading, I'm going to click the plus symbol again on the left to add another block to my sidebar. And this time I'm going to click on paragraph to add some text underneath my heading. Once again, we can just type whatever text we want in here. But to save some time, I'm going to paste in some text I already have copied. Then if we look over to the right, we can see the text is now here. But the text and the heading are pretty far apart. So if these are both related, we're going to want them to be closer to each other. To do this, we need to highlight them both at the same time on the left. Then click this symbol to the left of the menu and choose Group. And when we do this, we'll see it now looks a lot better on the right. Then I also want to add an image to my sidebar. So to do this, I'm going to click on the plus symbol to add a new block, and then choose the image block. Now, here we can click Media Library if we want to use an image we've already uploaded, or click Upload to add a new one. Then we just need to find the image on our computer, click on it, and click Open. And once it's been uploaded, we'll see it appears on the right at the bottom of our sidebar. But say we wanted the image to be at the top, we just need to click on the image on the left, and then we can use these up and down arrows in the menu to move it. I'm going to move mine to the top, and we'll see that it updates on the right. Then if we want to adjust the size of our image, we just need to click and drag this point to the right. And once we're done, we'll see it changes size on the right. And now that we have our image the way we want it, if we click the plus symbol at the bottom again, we can add another block. Or if we click Browse All, there are actually tons of other blocks we can add. And they're all pretty straightforward. I'll link to a post underneath that covers how to set up most of them, but for my example, I'm just going to leave my sidebar the way it is, as I think it's looking pretty good. And don't feel like you need to add a ton of stuff to your sidebar right away. You can always add more to it later after you've added more content to your website. And sometimes less really is better when it comes to our sidebar. Then once we're done adding content and we're happy with our sidebar, we just need to click Publish at the top to save our changes. Then click the X in the top left to close out of the theme options. And we'll see that our sidebar has now been updated and all of our changes are now live on our website. And now the only thing left to do is congratulate yourself because you just finished building your own website in less than 60 minutes. So we have our logo and our site title and tagline at the top, and our colors and fonts the way we like. Then we have our menu with our different pages, and our pages have text, headings, images, and links. Then we also have our sidebar looking good too. And if we click into our contact page, we also have our contact form so people can send us a message if they need to. And without us needing to do anything else, our website's also 100% mobile friendly. So here's what this website looks like on a tablet, and this is what it looks like on a mobile phone. So no matter what device our website's being viewed on, it's always going to look amazing. Then we'll just need to give it a few hours for our website's domain name to update, and once our domain name has changed to the new one, our contact form will start working as well. So that's us now at the end, and that was how to build a simple website using WordPress. I really hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please give it a like here on YouTube to show your support, and consider subscribing to the channel for more WordPress tutorials in future. Then finally, if you have any questions or anything about building your website, or if you just want to tell me what you thought about this tutorial, be sure to leave a comment and I'll try my best to reply. Once again, my name's Marty from letsbuildwp.com, and thank you very much for watching.